This video contains content that may be confronting.
It's also a really solemn day today as people from around the world commemorate the anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz.
And survivors of the Auschwitz Nazi concentration camp have warned the world not to ignore a global rise in anti-Semitism as they mark that 80th anniversary of the camp's liberation. Our correspondent Michelle Rimmer reports.
80 years since the Auschwitz Nazi concentration camp was liberated by Soviet troops, thousands have gathered outside its front entrance to remember the horrors inflicted inside. Among them, survivors and their families, as well as world leaders including King Charles, Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong and European heads of state. For more than an hour, those who lived through the brutal concentration camp shared their stories of survival and loss.
On an icy, windy day, I stood and watched helplessly as little girls from the nearby barrack were marched away, crying and shivering, to the gas chamber. They were covered with rags, and some of them didn't even have any shoes and were walking barefoot in the snow.
Earlier, survivors and their families laid wreaths and candles at a wall inside the camp where prisoners were once executed by firing squads. Around 50 survivors returned for the anniversary event. Others weren't able to attend in person, including 97-year-old Australian Yvonne Engelman. She was 14 when her family was taken in cattle wagons to the concentration camp. She never saw her parents again.
The cruelty, the hatred, the hunger is something I shall never ever forget. But one thing the Germans have never ever succeeded to break my spirit.
Survivors who spoke in Krakow shared a similar wish that the world not only remember the atrocities of the past, but take heed of a rise in anti-Semitism globally and ensure that history is never repeated.